I mentioned my future wife's name in this video, if you watch it fully. I never really believed I would talk about this out loud. You know, some things stay hidden in your heart for a long time. You feel them every day, but you keep quiet because you don't want to ruin anything. Or maybe, you're scared that if you say it, it might disappear. Like a dream you don't want to wake up from. Some feelings are so fragile, even words feel too heavy to carry them, but today's different. Today, I want to tell you something I've kept inside for a while. And maybe, just maybe, someone out there watching this video already knows who I'm talking about. Sometimes the heart just knows, it's time to be heard. She's not a celebrity. She's not someone with thousands of followers. She doesn't post much. Actually, she doesn't like being the center of attention. That's one of the things I love most about her. She has this soft way of entering a room. The quiet ones often leave the loudest echoes in your soul, no noise, no drama. Just her gentle smile and those quiet eyes that make you feel calm, even when the world's a mess. I remember the first time I noticed her. Peace doesn't always come in silence, but sometimes it walks in wearing her smile, not because of how she looked. Though yes, she's beautiful. But because she listened. Really listened. We were in a room full of people talking too loudly, trying to be funny or noticed. And she was just there, sitting slightly away from the crowd, paying attention to someone who probably wasn't used to being heard. In a world obsessed with being seen, she chose to truly see others. That stuck with me. Over time, I started to notice little things about her. How she would always wait for everyone else to be served before she took a bite. The kindest hearts never ask to be noticed, but they always are. How she helped others without being asked. How she would laugh at the simplest jokes. Not because they were funny, but because she didn't want anyone to feel embarrassed. Her empathy was louder than any applause in the room. It wasn't a big, flashy kind of love that came over me. It was slow, steady, and honest. I didn't even realize it was happening until one day. Real love doesn't crash into your life, it grows quietly, like sunrise. I was scrolling through my phone and saw a random photo of us standing near a coffee stall, laughing over something silly. And I just stared at that photo longer than usual. Then it hit me. Love hides in the ordinary moments we don't realize are unforgettable. That's the moment I knew. She wasn't just someone I cared about. She was the one I wanted to walk with every morning. Some people don't just enter your life, they become the path you want to walk forever. The one I wanted to laugh with when things got hard. The one I wanted to argue with and then make peace with again, just to feel her close. People always say, you'll know when it's real. Love is knowing that even in the mess, you'd still choose them, every time. I used to think that was just a line. But now, I get it. It's not about flowers or surprises or huge romantic gestures. Sometimes the quietest love is the most powerful. It doesn't shout, it stays. It's about who you want to tell your worst day to. It's about who makes you feel like your silence is still heard. It's about who makes you want to become a better version of yourself. True love isn't about completing you. It's about gently pushing you toward who you were always meant to be, not because they asked you to, but because loving them makes you want to grow. Now, maybe some of you are wondering, are you going to say her name? I will. But only if you stay with me till the end. Some names deserve a moment of stillness before they're spoken, because they carry your whole heart with them, because this story isn't about rushing. It's about moments. About the way love builds slowly, one brick at a time. Love doesn't rush to the finish line, it takes its time, building itself with patience and care, and trust me, the name I'll say at the end isn't just a name. It's a promise. There was this one evening that changed everything for me. Some moments are so simple yet hold the weight of 1,000 words. You just know, deep inside, it wasn't a big event. No celebration. No music. No fancy lights. Just the two of us sitting on a small bench outside a quiet tea shop. The magic of life often lives in the quiet corners, where nothing is needed but each other's presence. The weather was kind. Not too cold. Just a light breeze passing now and then. Streetlights glowed a soft yellow in moments like this. It's not the world around you that matters, it's the way everything feels right simply because you're together, and cars passed slowly like they weren't in a rush to get anywhere. She had her hands wrapped around a warm paper cup. Her fingers, half covered by the sleeves of her sweater, were shaking just a little from the breeze. Sometimes it's the smallest details, the trembling fingers, the quiet breeze, that make the moment unforgettable. I offered her my jacket, and at first she refused like she always did. But this time, I didn't take no. I gently placed it around her shoulders. It's funny how the smallest acts of care can say more than 1,000 words could ever express. She smiled, looked down, and softly whispered, "Thank you." We didn't talk much that night. But that silence, it was the warmest kind. There's a comfort in silence when you're with the right person. It speaks volumes without uttering a word. I looked at her. Really looked at her. Not just the face I'd gotten used to seeing every day, but the person behind it. It's amazing how we can spend so much time with someone and still not truly see them until we slow down and notice everything they are. The way her eyes wandered up to the sky when she was thinking. The way she would bite the inside of her cheek when she was nervous. The way she gently touched her earring while listening, like it helped her focus better. The beauty of love is in these tiny gestures, the little things that tell you who a person really is, without them ever saying a word. And then, out of nowhere, she said, "Do you ever think about the future?" That question hit me like a soft punch to the chest. Because I did. I always did. Sometimes, the most unexpected questions reveal what has been quietly lingering in your heart all along, but I never told her that before. I never told her that in my mind, she was already part of every plan. That when I imagined where I'd be a year from now. 5 years, 10 years, she was there. Laughing beside me. Holding my hand. Falling asleep on my shoulder. The future doesn't seem as uncertain when you picture it with the person you want beside you through everything. So, I just nodded. She looked at me and asked, "And do I fit somewhere in it?" That moment slowed everything down. I didn't speak right away. Sometimes, the hardest part is realizing that the person you love has been part of your every thought, and now they're asking if they're part of your future too. I wanted to say the right thing, but not in some perfect, polished way. I just wanted it to be real. So I said, "Not somewhere. In love, the words that matter most aren't the ones that sound the best, they're the ones that come from the heart. You are the center of it." And her eyes softened. Not wide with surprise. Not filled with tears. Just a quiet, peaceful glow. Like she had waited a long time to hear that. In love, the quiet moments of understanding often speak louder than grand gestures, and finally, it made sense to her. That was the night I knew I couldn't pretend anymore. That I couldn't keep this hidden in my chest, like it was some small crush I was too scared to admit.